Okay, let's talk about the Groyper terrorist cell in America that keeps killing people and how Kash Patel and his Temu KGB FBI are part of this cell or working with this terrorist cell. So you know about Tyler Robinson, the fall guy for the Charlie Kirk shooting, and everybody who pays attention knows he's a Groyper. All the clues show that he's a Groyper. All his catchphrases he wrote on the bullets are Groyper catchphrases, and plenty of people were calling this out immediately. But all of our media and most of our social media was distracting from this, trying to bend over backwards to say how he wasn't a Groyper. He's definitely a Groyper, not definitely the shooter. He could just be the fall guy. But if he is the fall guy, working with Kash Patel and the Temu KGB FBI to take the credit or take the blame away from someone else to protect their terrorist network, assassin network that actually did it, then you know that they're working with the Groypers. Now, the same day that he killed Charlie Kirk, or someone killed Charlie Kirk, a school shooting in Evergreen, Colorado, was also committed by a right wing terrorist, a student at the school. He's 15 years old or something, but he's a right wing terrorist radicalized online by the right. Now, they didn't say whether it was the Charlie Kirk wing of the Trump Putin terrorist network or whether it was the Nick Fuentes Groyper wing of the Trump Putin terrorist network. I don't know that he wrote things on the bullet casing, so he might not have been a Groyper, but he was definitely far right and radicalized online, which, if it wasn't Nick Fuentes or Charlie Kirk, it was just another branch of the Trump Putin terrorist network. And we have another student who's a legitimate hero who tried to stop him from shooting everyone, who is still recovering in the hospital from being shot in the chest. So we need to be talking about that guy, not promoting all these lies about this Groyper insa-libertarian terrorist network. Now, the anti-ICE shooter, the guy who shot kidnapping victims instead of shooting the front of the van where the ICE people are, was also a Groyper insa-libertarian. I'm not positive that he's a Groyper, but he also wrote things on the bullet casings, which seems to be their calling card now. And his friends, when interviewed by a journalist, his friends all pointed out to him being an incel or a libertarian, or I call it incel libertarian, which is again just another adjacent branch of the Trump Putin terrorist network. Kash Patel and the FBI are obviously going with that story, with that character that he's anti-ICE, instead of doing the very obvious diligence that this reporter did to talk to his friends and find out what his affiliations actually are. And of course, they wouldn't tell us even if they knew, because they're protecting the right. They're protecting these right wing terrorist networks, the Groypers and Zionists and everything else, because that's their network. So we need to call them out and stop them and call out everybody who's lying about this to protect Groypers. You protect Groypers, you're a Groyper.